these are the things that we want to say to you. Now, this is what we know about your vortex, but you're not ready to know it. And it really is not that helpful when someone else knows it. And that's the reason that we were pointing out to you that so many of our physical friends have looked to others for the fulfillers of their destiny. And the reason you do that, oh, hear this, you're going to like this so much. This is the missing piece for you. The reason that you keep waiting for someone else to bring it, someone else to deliver it, someone else to be the key or the path, the who, the where, the when, the how's it going to get there. The reason that you look to others for that is because you've had a grid that has been filling in, and you have been oblivious to the fact that you have a grid that has been filling in. So since you haven't known that your grid was filling in, when it fills in, it feels like it's someone else's doing. Are you following? But when you start deliberately conjuring some images and holding them until you feel better, when you start deliberately doing the things that feel good when you're doing them, when you have taken some time like this, and then you watch what happens immediately following in the hours and the days following a raising of your vibration, you will never again find the mystery of the grid filling in. It won't feel to you like it's someone else fulfilling your destiny, someone else deciding what's happening to you. We really like this conversation. We like so much saying to you that the reason that you do not know for sure that you create your own reality is because you've been offering a grid that you didn't know you were offering, and when their grid filled in, it felt like it was coming by assertion from someone else. It feels like your employer is making all of those decisions about the way you are treated or about how much you can earn. It feels like your government is making all kinds of decisions. It feels like your lovers or your partners or your husbands or your wives, your mothers or your fathers or your children or your siblings or your peer group. It feels like everybody else has control over what's happening to you, and none of that is true. You have control over the way you perceive them, and when you begin to exercise control over the way you perceive them, then you begin to offer a grid that is consistent. And law of attraction is such a wonderful thing because it is so eternally and explicitly responsive to your vibration. In other words, the vibration that you are offering is always what you're thinking and what you're feeling, and what you're getting are always a perfect vibrational match. So, that was really good. So, we're going to take 3 minutes and we're going to see what's happened here. Are you the creator of your own reality? Do you have the ability to offer a vibration just because you choose to? Is your vibration contingent upon what is manifested already? So you don't have to keep regurgitating the old news because it's old news. Do you have the ability to think around what is? Can you imagine a different route to work? So you don't have to go the same way you've always gone. So if there was something that you wanted to see along a different way, it would be perfectly easy for you to just do it a different way. So it's not difficult to imagine seeing things differently than they have been. Is your life multifaceted? Are there some things about it that are working better than others? Do you have the ability to focus more on the things that are working? Can you turn the other cheek and give your attention more to the things that feel really good? Do you think that you can offer a vibration apart from what has manifested? Can you think about creation in conceptual terms rather than literal terms? In other words, can you think about the law? Can you think about emotions? Can you think about your existence before you came here into this physical body? Is it logical to you that there is a part of you that is non-physically focused, that is pulsing at the same time? Is it logical to you that when you stand in a moment of time giving your attention to something, that whatever it is that you're giving your attention to and you're forming an opinion about, that the source within you is also has an opinion about it? And is it logical to you that the emotion that you're feeling is letting you know whether your opinion and the opinion of source about this are the same or different? So when you feel discouraged as you're thinking about money, or you're thinking about your current income, or you're thinking about your debt, or you're thinking about what's coming next, when you feel discouraged, that feeling of discouragement, does that mean that source is thinking the same or differently? So does it now seem logical to you that every time you feel negative emotion that you would call discouragement, that it actually could be a reason for strong encouragement, because that means Source sees it different? How about that? Source sees this different. I'm off my beat right here. I've practiced this thought. I've been practicing it so it's easy to come to, but clearly Source is not in agreement with this. That's good news. That means there is something in my vortex. That means there is a path. That means I can find a path. Now, didn't that make you feel better, just acknowledging that? So Source knows something I don't know. Is that logical? Is that something to celebrate? Source knows what I want. Source knows where I stand in relationship to what I want. If I would lighten up, Source would show me the way. This could be fun. This could be fun. And what we really want you to understand is that you think that you want to just go directly to what you want, and then in the no longer having the absence of it, in the living of the presence of it, that then you'd feel really good. But we want to say to you, and we want you to hear it while it's hard to hear, but we want you to hear it because it's the best part. It's what you came for. It's the journey from where you are to where you want to be that it's all about. Once you get there, it's really exciting for about that long. I'm on my way, I'm on my way, I'm on my way, I'm on my way, I'm there. Now what? Now what? Now what? So you're not ever going to get it done. There's always going to be something more that you want. There's always going to be something more. And we want you, let's just take a minute, because this was such an important realization for many of you. The very negative emotion that you think you don't want is glorious guidance that lets you know the power with which you do want. And even more important, the power of that which you have already become. Oh, if you sort of don't want that and sort of want that, when it comes, it feels sort of good. If you really don't want that, and you really do want that, and you really want it, and you really want it, and you really want it, when you finally stop doing that thing you do and you allow it to come, it feels so good. But even more important, it feels good as you are moving in the direction of it, you see. You didn't say, I'll go forth and I'll think a thought and it'll be, boom. If that were the case, this would be a seminar on de-manifestation. 468 cars, Abraham. It's getting a little annoying. I have so many houses, I have no idea where I should spend my time. And my lovers are piling up. But you didn't say, I'll go for the manifestation. You said, I'll go because contrast will inspire me and it will feel good to come up with a new idea. I'm going to like the freshness of a new desire. And I'm not going to be unhappy about it not manifesting instantly because it is the object of attention to which I'm flowing my energy. It's what's giving me the reason for life. I'm going to have a joyous unfolding, you see. Everyone who is living with appreciative awareness of current prosperity had a dry spell. Everyone. And it's the dry spells, we love you so much. It's the dry spells that are filling your vortex full of what you want. You said, I'll go and I'll sift and I'll sort and I'll define and then I'll do my best to line up with what I've defined, and I will feel the resonance of it. I will feel the ease of it. I will feel the alignment of it. I will feel the joy of it. I will feel the alignment of it. I will feel the connection of it. I will feel the empowerment of it. I will feel the vitality of it. I will feel the invincibility of my alignment. That's the life that you're feeling. And then after all of that, I'll get a manifestation. It'll be great. Never-ending manifestations to punctuate my alignment. To punctuate my alignment. Your manifestations are meant to punctuate your alignment, not to be the reason for it. Your objective is joy, alignment, joy, alignment, joy. And the result is expansion. But even if you don't accomplish your quest of joy, expansion still occurs. But joyous expansion was your intention. Joyous expansion, not just expansion. You said, I want the contrast, but I want alignment. And I want conscious awareness of expansion. Conscious awareness. Yeah. Because what fun it is to identify that you want something and know that you're nowhere near it vibrationally. And then to deliberately focus on things until you can feel yourself coming into alignment better and better and better and better and better. And as you watch yourself coming into alignment, watching the grid fill in with more and more and more details. Isn't it a lovely thing when we say you are the creator of your own experience? Do you get it, that what you are is the allower of your grid to fill in? The contrast was when you put it there. Source answered it. It's you tending to your grid that allows the ideas to come, that allows the rendezvous to occur, that allows the details of the unfolding. When you watch the athletes, aren't they usually in their head getting ready to be ready? They know their bodies will do what they've trained their bodies to do, but that's not what makes the difference between the masters and the mediocre. It's the alignment. It's the tuning themselves to the frequency. Yeah. Being patient enough and willing enough to listen to us express from the heart of that which is really you until you come into resonance with the whole of that which is really you. And the nice thing is, in moments like this, where you actually do raise your vibration as you are doing, and you are finding vibrational alignment, then in the days that unfold following this, you'll have conscious awareness of the work that was actually accomplished. And of course, you don't need us for this. You can do it all day, every day. The easiest way to bring yourself into readily alignment is through meditation. Because when you quiet your mind, you stop thought. And when you stop thought, you stop resistant thought. And when you stop resistant thought, your vibration raises. And when your vibration raises, then you have access to what's in your vortex. So as it flows in, as you get this conscious awareness, as something flows in and the idea occurs to you, and the idea, even though the money isn't in the bank, or even though you haven't met the person you're looking for, as the idea of something exhilarating occurred to you, then you acknowledge, my grid just filled in. My grid just filled in. I'm in alignment. I'm doing deliberate creation. And before long, that feeling of invincibility comes. It's not exactly determined state of being. It's more like a knowing state of being, where you know for sure that you are worthy of whatever you're reaching for. And you trust law of attraction because it has never been anything less than consistent with you. And you've shown yourself your guidance because when you feel bad, crappy things happen. Esther loves that word. We're not so keen on it, but it says so much so easily. And when you feel really good, wonderful things happen. So then you begin to recognize that somehow you have accomplished a sort of vibrational state of being. And if you're feeling sad, other things that match that jump on the wheel with you. And if you're feeling exhilarated, other things that match that jump on the wheel with you. And your whole world reflects what you've got going on. You can control, with far less effort than it takes to learn QuickBooks on your computer, your own vibrational grid. And then it is our absolute knowing that you will begin living your life precisely as you intended when you came forth into this physical experience. And it's really an exciting thing because you've spent all this time putting wonderful things into your grid. We think it's high time you started putting things into your vortex. We think it's high time that you started allowing those things to flow into your realization, into your manifestation, into your actualization. We've enjoyed this interaction immensely.